What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with another Mario Kart 8 update. So there's a little bit more of Mario Kart 8 news that I'm a little late to, so I apologize for that. But it involves stamps and the menus of Mario Kart 8, so we'll be getting right into that right now. So we now know how many stamps you can actually collect in Mario Kart 8, which is seen below right here. There are 90 stamps in total you can collect. If you guys don't know what stamps are, they were first introduced in Super Mario 3D World, where you can use them to post on Miiverse, and it'll be like little character icons already drawn out for your message, so that's really cool. And also in the same picture, we have confirmation that you'll be able to play online with 2 players once again, like you could in Mario Kart Wii, which is very excellent. And we have confirmation that Mario Kart 7's unlock system for kart parks is returning. You have to collect a certain amount of coins to unlock carts and other parts. So that's returning. So guys, that's it for the news. Let's get into my thoughts, and I'll go into more detail about things I didn't really get to go into last update. So let's get into that right now. So first of all, guys, just want to say I'm glad stamps are returning. I really liked it that in Super Mario 3D World, and 90 stamps, I'm not sure, but I think maybe that's more than Super Mario 3D World, so I'm not quite sure. I'm pretty sure, or I'm guessing, I believe, you know, I'm all rambling right now, that Super Mario 3D World had 60. I'm not sure though, but this seems like more, but you know, I'm up in the air with it. So I'm glad that's returning for Miiverse posts, and you can also use them in Mario Kart TV when you're watching other people's replays. So that's nice to see, and it's still in that whole classic 2D Mario style from the 90s, which is nice too. So yeah, we got a look at the menu and versus race. I'm so glad that mode is returning. That's just one thing I want to talk about. Versus mode is just a great mode. It, you know, especially if you already completed all the cups and you just want to play like your own cup where you mix and match all these different tracks from different cups and stuff. I really like that, and I'm glad it's returning and stuff. And of course, you can definitely customize the settings and stuff, the difficulty and all that stuff. So that's really good to see. Another thing I want to talk about is actually the music in Mario Kart 8. We all know that a lot of the music is orchestrated. Not all of it, but the majority of it is. There's probably, I believe, like maybe 3 or 4 songs that I've heard that aren't orchestrated. But a lot of them are, and it is amazing. Like, it is freaking amazing how good the music is in this. And Nintendo has just been on a roll with this music, you know, orchestrating it for Mario. Even Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze had some live music played in it with instruments. According to David Wise in an interview, he said that it was just kind of like edited to sound a little different, so you couldn't really tell it sounded synthesized, but it really wasn't. But yeah, they've been on a ball with making music and orchestrating it. And like I believed at first, you know, when I first heard the music was orchestrated, I thought, well, they probably got the same guys who did the Super Mario 3D World soundtrack and got them on this probably immediately after they were done, or whichever came first. So I'm really glad. And my favorite music so far, my favorite track, one of my favorite tracks right now, just based on, you know, seeing videos of it, is definitely Dolphin Shows right now, and that looks great, and the music is genius. I mean, the music is fantastic. I mean, that saxophone, like the guy with the saxophone in that song was like doing his own thing. Like, it was godly. Like, I cannot believe that man was playing that saxophone like he was making love to it, and it just sounds so great. And it's like, wow, you know, we got this old tropical theme and a saxophone. I never thought such a thing would fit so perfectly. And Dolphin Shows is kind of a track we've known of, but really haven't seen it. And seeing it, it's like, wow, this is like a big showcase of a track. This track is awesome. It looks very nice and very cool. So definitely, man, that's going to be one of my favorite tracks, especially since it's mostly underwater, and I really like the underwater mechanics and all that stuff. So yeah, we have 2-player online mode, which is great. I know a lot of people wanted that, so here we have it again. So we also get a look at the character roster, yeah, the roster, and you can see that not all the characters are unlocked. So not the Koopalings or anything are unlocked, not all of them. So you have to unlock those doing races and stuff. So again, with the characters, I still believe there's no way these could be all the characters, especially with this character, Pink Gold Peach. I mean, what type of name is that? Pink Gold Peach? Like, you know, it just doesn't even flow. Just call her Metal Peach. I mean, the name is terrible, the character is terrible, you know? And Baby Rosaline and stuff, there has to be more characters than this. I mean, this just seems so much like more of a joke of a roster than anything. It's more like joke characters. You know how, you know, in some way that Wii Fit Trainer in Super Smash Bros. Is kind of like a joke character, like a character you didn't expect to see in there, and you really don't see any sense in her, you know, having a move set, even though I do think Wii Fit Trainer is pretty cool. But yeah, but my god, the music in this game is awesome, and Rainbow Road looks amazing. I mean, I know a lot of people are disappointed because it isn't as long, and I've heard that people said the developers kind of hyped it up and it didn't live up to the hype, but I think it looks great. It looks fantastic, and I like that it has this, you know, space station theme, something we never had in a Mario Kart game, and maybe not in a Mario Kart, well, a Mario game in general outside of the observatory from Super Mario Galaxy. But this looks more like a real space station, and I like that it mixed up those themes. Don't hate me for it. But yeah, so guys, the last thing I want to talk about real quick is the unlock system with the parts, with the kart parts and vehicles. Please do not be as tedious as it was or random as it was in Mario Kart 7, because there were carts that I didn't unlock until like maybe months after I had the game, and it was way too much grinding, especially since you can only get 10 coins per race. It really made everything just tedious. So hopefully they fix that. Maybe, you know, it maxes out to 10, but the more coins you get, it just adds up and adds up, because it was ridiculous and it was too tedious, and there was no excuse for it. So yeah, so those are my thoughts, guys. What do you guys think about everything presented in this video? Tell me in the comments below. That's it for this update. I'll have more updates on Mario Kart 8 as more things are revealed. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and favorite this video. See you guys next time.